Peacemaker Season 1 was an absolute blast, but when that season came and went, James Gunn and Peter Safran were appointed co-heads of the new DC studios, and many fans were wondering how would Peacemaker be affected by these changes, and how would Season 1 be canon or not? Well, it looks like we might have got an answer on how they're going to fix their canonical problem. Hey everyone, this is Digital Charcuterie. My name is James. Thank you so much for stopping by. If you're new to the channel and you're looking forward to the DCU, to Peacemaker Season 2, hit that subscribe button. We're going to talk about it all the time right here on the channel. I loved Season 1. I loved The Suicide Squad. I was really excited for Peacemaker when it was announced just before that. And when the movie obviously was going on, I was curious how they're going to make this show a thing. And then the show ended up being the show, and it was spectacular, which it's kind of funny where, Peacemaker Season 1 and the Penguin, they're very different from each other, but they're also very different from their like CW counterparts as well. And one thing DC has always done well is television. They seem to, whether it's, the CW stuff or the HBO stuff, they just seem to really, and their animated stuff for that matter, they seem to really excel at television. So we'll see how the movie stuff goes in the coming weeks, years and whatnot. But television, they seem to be a no-brainer on it. And Peacemaker Season 1 proved to be that. But in Peacemaker Season 1, there were a lot of references to the Justice League and to Aquaman and things like that. And James Gunn has a podcast, and he's discussed on this podcast what's canon and what is not canon. He also said it would be very, very early on that we will discover what's going on with the canon stuff versus the non-canon stuff. He said there won't be much questions after that, and it's pretty... as he was writing it, he kind of figured it out. So what does that mean? Well, My Time to Shine Hello over on Twitter has some answers. I've got an article right here that I want to bring up from Murphy's Multiverse. Peacemaker Season 2 rumored to retcon a major Season 1 appearance. Here we go. Love this poster, by the way. The article goes on to say, Season 1 of Peacemaker ended with an idea so crazy, James Gunn didn't think he would get away with it. John Cena's Christopher Smith mocked the Justice League often in the first season of the streaming series, including accusing Jason Momoa's Aquaman of screwing fish. So when the hero showed up following the season's finale's big battle, it was a fantastic surprise for fans and gave hope that the DCEU would expand. But we know how that turned out. With an all different DCU already on the way before the Justice League cameo, fans wondered how Gunn would work the now defunct heroes into the new canon. The short answer is that he didn't. Even though the rest of the first season of Peacemaker will remain integral to the new continuity, Gunn explained that the integration of Season 1 of Peacemaker into the DC would be pretty straightforward, with the exception of the appearance by a student group at the end. Though he never explained how it was that Smith and the audience would forget what they had seen. Now, a new rumor clarifies that dilemma. So again, take this all with a grain of salt, but it's pretty freaking awesome. This was a good ending here. According to prolific social media scooper My Time to Shine Hello, the Justice League cameo is retconned before Season 2 of Peacemaker actually begins in earnest. The first episode of Peacemaker Season 2 opens with previously in the DCU claim My Time to Shine Hello. It's mostly all Season 1 footage, but there are a couple of changes. Danielle Brooks' character now talks about calling in the Justice Gang, and they reshot the Justice League cameo from the finale, potentially revealing Gunn's plan to follow up on the success of Superman by including the meta-human heroes he worked alongside Kal-El to defeat Lex Luthor. Oh, plus one major addition. Instead of Superman, Wonder Woman, Aquaman, and The Flash, the intro will reveal Smith meeting with the Justice Gang and Millie Alcock Supergirl. Now it's Mr. Terrific Superman, Guy Gardner, Hawkgirl, and Supergirl. All but Green Lantern and Hawkgirl are in the shadow. Claimed My Time to Shine Hello, revealing that the Maiden of Might will likely join the team at some point when she's not hammered. With under 2 weeks until the stream, now we're 10 days away from the premiere of Peacemaker Season 2 on August 21st. It's very possible that My Time to Shine Hello has delivered solid intel, as screening packages for the series have likely been sent out to select members of the media, and I'm really excited for this, and I love this idea. This is something that you do. You're like, here's what happened on season one, and you just change the little bits of detail that you want people to change. And most people, some people, the diehards, are going to go back and rewatch season one. I'm curious to go back and rewatch season one to see what they've done there. If anything, I doubt they've done anything, but I love that they've done this. I love that the direction is kind of, the series was playful enough as it was. It didn't take itself too seriously. It did when it needed to, but it never really did. It kind of was, it was a comedy at heart. And I like that they play this into it. They're like, oh yeah, just so you know, those little things, we're just gonna finesse those and touch them up. Because you know who else did that? This little guy named George Lucas, who finessed and changed up his movies all the time to make them fit and wherever he needed them fit. And I think this is a brilliant idea. It doesn't. So now you don't feel cheapened by watching season one. Everything is the exact same in season one, except the people at the end of that scene are different, and the name of that group of people is also different. Instead of Justice League, it's Justice Gang, and you get all those cool superheroes right there. And the new ones that we're going to follow and see as these stories in the DCU progress, the ones that they want us to be a part of. And now you can go into season two and now worry. There's no more worry about how are they going to do this? How are they going to do that? It's already been done even before you got there, because when this season starts, it'll be 3 years removed from season one. I think it was 3 years. 2, 3, whatever it's been a long friggin' time since season one happened. People are going to forget, right? And not a lot of people are going to go back and rewatch the season. There are going to be a lot of people, myself probably included, on that. I might start watching it tonight or tomorrow night. But the reality is a lot of people won't. So they're going to rely heavily on the previously on. I know my wife, for instance, is someone who relies heavily on the previously on, because she's not going to rewatch. She loved Peacemaker season one, but she's not going to rewatch it. She's watching, I think, Severance right now. She just got into that, and then there's something else. She's just like, she watches people watch things. They don't have time to rewatch everything all the time anymore. There's so much content out there that we rely on the previously on, and I love the idea that if you're going to retcon it, you do it there. You don't do it where it matters in the episode, and then you have these convoluted storylines. You just quick out of the way. Let's get out of here. We got bigger fish to fry, as Maxwell Shrek would say. So I just think that James Gunn, if this is the way it is, if this rumor is true, I just think this is a fantastic approach to it. It's something that I never even suspected, because we know that there's going to be all these different universes and stuff in it, and that looks like a misdirect in the trailer, because we're all expecting him to like jump ship, or he's in this one or that one, but instead they're going to be like, no, don't even worry about that. The universe stuff that's the sci-fi aspect of what he's been talking about playing with in this new DCU. That's what that is. That has nothing to do with changing the events of the past and this and that. It might, eventually it might all play into each other. It might, absolutely. But in this point in time, all you need to know is that season one happened, and season two is next. And Superman was there, but Aquaman and the Flash were not. It was Supergirl, it was Hawkgirl, and it was Guy Gardner, and it's just, and that's what you need to know. And it's inconsequential to anything. Deep down. So I'm really excited about that. My Time to Shine Hello has also said that there are events in Peacemaker season 2 that make David Ayer's Suicide Squad canon, which is I think exciting, and I don't think that much of a surprise, because I think most of the Suicide Squad, James Gunn's The Suicide Squad, is canon, and while it's very different, it is still very much a sequel to Suicide Squad. Like, obviously with Harley Quinn and Flag and stuff like that. Like, there are connections to it. It's not a direct sequel, obviously, but it's very much a sequel. It's in the same universe and wheelhouse, and obviously Amanda Waller is the same. So it does feel like it's a part of it still. So I wouldn't, that I'm not surprised with. But will they ever release the Ayer cut? There's a question. That's a topic for another day. I did a video on that too. You can check that out. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. I really appreciate it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. And until next time, may you be the master of your own universe.